Hi folks, Andy from the Car Boutique here, and I hope you're doing all very, very well. It's brand review time. Today we're going to be looking at a brand called Detail Bug Car Care. Okay, it's the one with the bug logo made out of machine polishers, which I think is really, really good. Now, we've been looking forward to doing this review for some time. We met up with Rachel at Waxstock 2022 and had a quick interview, and if you want to go and have a look at that video, it's on YouTube, labelled Waxstock 2022, and you'll get a flavour as to what motivates Rachel in terms of what she wants to bring to the market. Now, in a nutshell, Rachel, the owner's main focus is high performance, but at good price, okay? So it's that value aspect, good performance in relation to the price. Overarching that, great customer service. Now, I've talked to a lot of people in the industry, keen enthusiasts, professionals, and indeed business owners, and they're all saying that that focus on customer care and value is on point. All right, so I'm expecting good things. I'm not going to whiz through all the products because you're naturally going to see me during the video using them all. I'm probably going to use a couple of cars because we've got a hard wax and a spray wax, and I don't want to be using them all on one car. I want to isolate them so I can really review their performance, and we'll see how we get on. Now, we've got a car that isn't particularly dirty, but we're going to do an engine clean, exterior, do the wheels, might have a quick jump inside, but most of these products are for outside sort of maintenance washes and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to doing this one. We did purchase these. There is no agenda. We are going to be open and honest as always, and if we find things that we're not particularly happy about or things that you need to exercise caution, we will bring that to you. But we're not going to go down the route of just looking for criticism. They will naturally pop up when we're going through our user experience, etc, etc. So we're going to play some music as we always do, and we're going to get outside, and first of all we're going to do the engine wash. So here she is. We've got a Seat Ibiza on a 64 plate. All right, so it's not hyper dirty. It's dirty enough, all right, to do our review on. Now, we're not one of these groups that just get nice flashy sports cars that are almost immaculate. You're not really testing the products. You're just basically making everything look amazing. All right, we like to test a dirty car and analyze the performance. That's what it's all about. So it's dirty enough. Okay, and it's going to give us a good opportunity to basically do a maintenance wash and then use the liquid wax at the end. So this engine is looking very, very sorry for itself. Now, I'm not expecting wonders on this. There's lots of metal that we're not going to target. Covered up the alternator and the battery. We're going to be using the Citrus pre-wash and all-purpose cleaner. Now, there's very dilution ratios. You can go 1:1 for heavy degreasing, down to about 1:20 for interior cleaning. We've mixed this up at about 1:5, which is midway between heavy bug removal and regular cleaning. We're going to be using that basically as an engine degreasant. Okay, see how good it is at targeting all this kind of stuff. And I'm going to go over with a tire and trim and tire dressing, which you can pretty much use for anything. And it's going to hopefully protect it from a further dirt build-up, and it does say there, try bug to black to sharpen up your engine bay plastic. So bug zapper for a Citrus pre-wash and all-purpose cleaner, and bug to black tyre and trim dressing. Loving it. Okay, fast mode, let's see how we get on. Okay folks, that's us finished. Now that was literally spray on, agitate, and I'm telling you folks, this citrus pre-wash and all-purpose cleaner is APC on steroids. All right, as soon as I started spraying that on, that came off, and I was mixing it sort of between the heavy bug removal and regular cleaning. You can go 1 to 1 or 1 to 20, so you tailor that for your use. Okay, really instant reaction. All right, and I slowed down the fast mode. You can see I sprayed it on and straight away it's coming off. Now this was really bad. It's an old car, remember guys, so we can't expect perfection, and on the engine we've got lots and lots of metal still to deal with, but plastics come up like new. Look at the lovely finish on that, how it leaves all your plastics. I wiped down the battery on its own after I took the bag off, but for a super, that took me about 15 minutes. Now yeah, if I was doing the dedicated engine clean, I'd get metal cleaner out and buff all that up and all that kind of stuff, but the trim and tyre dressing, easy to use. I'm you've seen me do quite a lot of engine cleans. I'm looking for good combinations. These are a marriage. All right, that does not smear at all, and even where you overspray and it collects in bits like this, it simply wipes off. Sometimes you're wiping. Really good. So I'm looking forward to using that on the rest of the trim. So 10-15 minutes. Huge difference. And I know you don't see this bit all the time, but it's nice when you lift up your bonnet and you see a car looks really nice. Lovely sort of matte effect. Okay, so bug zapper, bug to black, looking good. Okay, next dirtiest bit of the car is the wheels. Now we're going to use a combination of products. We're obviously going to use their bleeding fallout remover. I'm going to do it on the wheels, and I'm going to show you it on the paintwork later on in the assessment. We'll only use the acidic wheel cleaner if I need to after this, but the main one we're going to be using is the wheel cleaner, and I've already mixed this up at 1 to 5, which is medium cleaning. So we've got some accessories. I have got some tyre wheel willies with shampoo, and it is the detail bug shampoo as well. And at a later point, once we finish the car, the final sort of bits is going to be the tyre and trim dressing. We've already used it on the engine. It looked really good. Interesting to see what it's going to look like on tyres. Now I have jet washed this down to get rid of the main dirt. Then I have used a blow dryer because my personal feeling is things like wheels cleaners and fallout sprays, for me to truly assess it, I don't want the water diluting the product, so that's just my way of doing it. So we're going to use the wheel cleaner first. Now I'm going to use it on the tyres as well. We could use that APC, good instant reaction, which is what I like to see. We'll leave that a little while. I'm going to speed the process up, but give chemicals time to do their thing. Obviously for assessments and reviews, I don't want to keep you waiting too long, so all right, that's good. That's good. See, it's getting all that dirt off. As we know, you might have to do this 2 or 3 times. If you're going to rinse it off, do it again, and you're doing it until the actual solution doesn't discolour. That's when you know your tyres are clean. Try not to dink your paintwork like I just did. That's good. Now clearly you can use the detail bug fallout remover, but that is essentially an expensive wheel cleaner, and you should really only be using more aggressive chemicals like fallout sprays when you need to, periodically. Okay, that's pretty much all the dirt done. There is some ingrained brake dust in there, but there's also heavy corrosion as well, so I'm not going to be using the acidic wheel cleaner. I'll probably come back and hit that hard, but there is a bit of dirt there, but the wheel cleaner is eating into that dirt. You can see it there. All right, but really potent. The actual wheel cleaner on the tyres is really good as well. It started to attack the dirt and dilute it down and take it away from the vehicle as well, which is good. I'm going to rinse all this dirt off, let it dry, and I'm going to test the fallout remover. Okay, that's it left to dry. Blood Bug bleeding fallout remover. I'm going to be using it neat, and with pretty much most of these you can use it on your paintwork as well, which we'll be doing a bit later. So I like the ones that foam, like this one, because you could get that milkshake look. Right, I'm going to put this on a time warp and then get back to you shortly. Okay, that's 2 minutes and it is doing its thing. Look at all that. Now, I've tested a few fallout removers recently. This is slightly quicker than some that I've tested recently, so the colour change happens quite quick. Now, the only observation I would say is, although when it does come out, it comes out in a foam, it's quite thin. My personal preference, okay, if I may make a recommendation, is to make the liquid very, very slightly thicker so it clings to the actual wheel easier, okay, because yeah, it's nice that it's all running off, but I just found once the sort of foamy action had depleted, it's running off quite quickly. Now, that might be a deliberate design specification, but my personal preference would be very, very slightly thicker. But in terms of the actual chemical, and that is just a minor observation, it's definitely working, and it works quick, so I like that. And maybe the slightly liquidier, is that a word, is deliberate for it to run off. So that's probably down to personal preference, just my observation. So I'm going to rinse it off, do the rest of the wheels, and cracky onny. Wheels are done, wheels are looking really, really good, nice and clean. The back wheels did have a bit of tyre on, so I did use the bug out. Very, very potent. It was only a tiny little bit, so not really worthy of a bit of video footage, but instant sort of reaction. So it's up there with the stronger tyre and glue removers, which is good. Smells like a standard tyre and glue remover, okay, but the strength is quite high up there. So tyre and glue remover, really, really good. Okay, now we're on to the safe wash. All right, so split it into two, the pre-wash snow foam and the shampoo as per normal. For this one, we've already had a quick look at the citrus pre-wash and all-purpose cleaner. I've knocked this down to, I think it was 10:1, I put it in as, yeah, 10:1 regular cleaning. Very effective on the engine, okay, to really dig into that grease and remove it. Really, really impressed with that. So I'm going to spray it around the car, and then I'm going to cocoon it in Icebug snow foam, 100 millilitres of product, and topped it up to the litre with water in this snow foam cannon. So I'm going to do it on fast mode, then I'll go back to normal speed just to sort of analyse the foam and see how effective it is. And once we've rinsed it, at removing or softening and expelling that dirt, ready for a safer contact wash. That's it, snow foamed. Clearly you can up the dosage, but 10:1, really, really nice. It's quite a velvety texture, and the cling rate is really, really good. I'm not seeing any sort of rapid drying, so clearly effective sort of wetting agents in there. Dripping off, which is what we want. Look at that lovely creamy texture. and thick. I mean, look at that. I hope you can see that. Look at those tracks of dirt. That there is a track of dirt. Now you see that with citrus pre-washes. Now we've got the citrus pre-wash underneath. So a good combination. Look at that dirt tracking off there. There again, look. So the citrus pre-wash and the snow for air. There you go. Look at that. Look at all that dirt. That is a potent combination, those two. Right, I'm going to go round. Oh, look at that. Ugh. Amount of dirt you get behind there. Look at that. That's lovely to see. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, off camera, I'm going to go round, do all the trim. Dirt. Do all the trim, and then I'll film how easy it is to get off, but that's lovely. Good times. Okay, folks, before we rinse it, look at this. That's me going round with a detail brush. Look at the state of it. Now, all that dirt, yes, I've gone round with a detail brush in there, but we haven't touched the paint. All that dirt contains grit. Super, super effective. All the dirt, it's literally, look at that, literally everywhere. It's like a dirt milkshake. I don't often get excited. That's what I do, is I have a lot of cars on white cars. Yeah, you don't get the pop, the blacks and the dark blues and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, reposition the camera, let's rinse off. Okay, quick assessment after the first two stages of our safe wash process. Big difference. Let's say, unless you go really, really close, it does look really, really clean. All the dirt's gone off the top, or the majority. Now, there are still a few bits there. Now, I could hit it with the citrus pre-wash and all-purpose cleaner, because it is for zapping those bugs, hence the name Bug Zapper. All right, but I'm just going to go onto the shampoo. Like I say, you could at this point, if you wanted to. I mean, this is where this kind of product comes in. If you've got some of this in your boot and you get all this kind of stuff, all the bugs and everything, you can just spray it on a microfiber and wipe it off. All right, but we're just going to keep to our sequence, go onto the shampoo next. Bit of rust there, but a big difference. And you saw all the dirt coming off, and all that dirt contains grit that if you went straight for your contact wash, that's where's you getting your scratches. All good. Right, let's prep for shampoo. Okay, so we're just going to volumize shampoo. Super foamy. Reposition the camera. Let's have a play. Lovely fruity smell. Easy glide. Lovely smell. I love when you're this close to a car getting a nice smell. Enhances the user experience, folks. Getting rid of the dirt. Probably one of the foamiest, shampoo in the world. Nah, can't critique that, that's lovely. I know a lot of people speak highly of this shampoo, and I can see why. It's killing the remainder of the dirt, which is good. Feels nice and safe. Not going to say anything more. Reposition the camera and let's clean the car. Okay, progress report. All the bugs have gone. They're stone chips. What I did find is the shampoo removed them easier. Now, I don't know whether that's the pre-wash or the snow foam have softened it up, or just the cleaning impact of the shampoo. Either way, not that bothered. Brilliant results. All the dirt's come off the wing mirrors. And I didn't take it on video, but you can actually see the dirt dilute into the shampoo foam, which was nice. So there was still dirt there, and it's got rid of it. So just doing this quickly, there is literally no dirt there. I'm not cheating or anything. All the wing mirror dirt's gone and all good. So it's coming along. Nice shiny shoes, nice clean car. There was a few bits of tar that I'm going to remove off camera. They're tiny bits, but I'm going to see how contaminated with fallout this is by using the fallout spray on the bodywork once this is dried. Okay folks, blood bug bleeding fallout remover. Seen it on the wheels, and I made the observation that it may be a bit thin, but I'm actually reassessing because it's not actually that thin, so I stand corrected. Absolutely, that's been on a couple of minutes and it's not really running off, so my initial observation might not be correct, but loads and loads. Reacted quite quickly, exactly like it did on the wheels. The car is absolutely covered. No doubt it's never been contaminated in this way, decontaminated, sorry, in this way before. On the back, where you normally get it, absolutely dripping off, and it's still dripping off, so I correct myself on saying it's a bit thin. That's just been the slickness of the alloys, I don't know, but nothing wrong with that at all. Look at it on this side as well. So really loads. It's quite satisfying this, because it's invisible contamination really until you use a colour changer to identify it. Okay, so I'm going to rinse it off, dry the car, and then we can get it inside, so good times. Vehicle dried, tail dried it, then used the blower to blow out all the nooks and crannies. Okay, so she's nice and dry. Look at the paintwork, not too bad. However, we do have time to do a clay and test out the clay bar from Detailed Bug, and then I'm just going to quickly whiz around with a single stage light compound polish, okay, just to give the car a bit of an uplift before we apply any protection. So we're looking at Detailed Bug's Bug Bar, Decontamination Clay Bar. Very well packaged in a nice protective box. And you get, it's very nicely packaged actually, really, really good. You get two sort of greys. You get a purple for if you touch it and it's rough, or if you touch it and it's quite smooth, the white bar. We're going to be using the white bar because this is quite smooth. All right, so I'm going to use another manufacturer's clay bar lube. All right, top tips, make sure you lubricate it a lot. All right, your car needs to be decontaminated chemically before you really do this. And my top tip, always polish, either hand polish or ideally machine polish after you've clayed, because you may induce marring and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do a quick whiz round with the white, see if it picks anything up. I'll give my assessment of the effectiveness of the clay bar, and then we'll go on to machine polishing to get it ready for applying some protection. Clay barring done, really, really effective, really like this. I'm really, I suppose the word anal about what clay bars I use, and there's only a handful that I actually get on with. And you can quite clearly see, I mean, I used 3 or 4 bits of this. Nearly every pass, especially at the back end, it was literally going brown, so folding it, going brown. As soon as that's dead, get another piece, all right? Now, it's quite hard initially to separate your quarter. It might be one of those clay bars that you have to sort of warm up in warm water to get it a bit more malleable, but I got it off, all right? And there was enough, even with that small bit, to do a full car. Right, didn't use the course, didn't need to. Now, I'm not sure whether Detailed Bug sell just the white and just the purple on their own. I personally would be going for the white, but then again, you could have lots of cars coming in with really, really deep sort of contamination that you need to use the purple. So just going to wonder whether they sell the white on its own and the purple on its own, rather than two smaller pieces where potentially you're only going to use one. But that's just something for me to look at, etc. So really, really good. We're now I'm just going to give it a quick panel wipe down, and then I'm going to use a light polish on quite a soft micro foam pad. Give it a quick whiz round with the machine polisher, and then we'll look at what protection we're going to apply. All done. If you're wanting to know what I was listening to, Kevin and Perry Go Large soundtrack. Have a listen when you're next machine polishing. You thank me for it. All right, I've been bopping away in here. Brings back memories of when that came out. Anyway, we digress. So, machine polishing done. Looks really, really good. If I was going to ceramic coat it, I'd probably two-stage machine polish it. But this was basically because I wanted to try the clay bar out, and then I knew I had to machine polish it to get rid of any induced marring. All right, so we are where we are. Now I've got a choice of three sort of LSPs. I've got the spray wax, the magnetized nano wax, and the spray and rinse sealant. The one I'm going to go for and test today is going to be the spray wax for time and simplicity. If I get a chance to do the other two on another car, I will, but I'm not really that bothered if I don't get them all done, because there's always a part two. There has been a lot of products to test here, and I'd rather split my videos into part one, part two, part three, rather than rush and just get them done for the sake of getting them done. I enjoy testing and I want to give honest feedback. That takes time. Right then, we digress again. Bubblegum spray wax, it's a Knorr waste wax. It talks about wet look, protection, great if you're going to a show and give that wet look effect. It's a simple spray on, massage in, flip over, and then buff to a high shine. So it's one of those easy ones to use. Really hoping good things. I've talked to a couple of details that have used this, and they say it's super, super easy, one of the easiest they've used. So I am looking for that bit of enhancement and for that colour to pop. Difficult to assess on white, I know. And then I'll look at it over the next few months in terms of protection. Part two will be coming for any bits we haven't tested products in this product range. So reset the camera, we'll have a quick play, and then I'll do the rest of the car and see how it looks afterwards. Okay, so I've got two microfiber cloths. I'm going to spray a semi-decent amount on, actually, because I want that protection and I want to see if this smears on removal. So there is a bit of grab, but like I say, you're always going to get grab when you put a liquid against a microfiber. Doesn't flash off straight away. I like that because I want to see where my product's been. Lovely smell. Right, so I put quite a lot on there. Let's have a look how easy it is to remove. Nice and easy. The product's naturally, sort of the carrier's naturally venting off as well, but it is leaving, and this is what I like about these quick waxes. I've had some and you're there, you're flipping. This one, I'm just playing now, but that's all come off. No smearing whatsoever. Smells lovely. I'm getting it from here actually. Yeah, we're going to sort of leave that to sort of vent off properly and establish itself, and we'll carry on the rest of the car and we'll come back and have an assessment. Waxing finished, and what a difference. It's looking like a new car again. The wax has given it a warmth. It's definitely glossier. When I did that panel, I could compare it to that panel. Definite. I just hope it stays like this. Okay, so I'm going to leave it a couple of hours before we do the hydrophobicity test, but super easy. And it'll be interesting to see the longevity. Should be quite good because it's Knorr based, so we'll see how that gets on. Right, okay, so a bit of titivation then. We're going to look at the trim and tyre dressing. I'm just going to load this up onto my pad and apply before your eyes. So it's quite a liquidy one, this. It's not as thick as some, so top tip, don't overload your pad. But it does spread nice and easy. It's quite a shiny one actually, so you can see the difference there. Nice and easy. Like I say, it's thinner than some. Now, some of you are thinking, well, it's going to look like that because it's wet. So I did one an hour ago. And there you go. This was done an hour ago. And there's the difference. So that is the finish you're going to get. So if you like the slightly glossier ones, that is with one application. That's after an hour. I quite like that. I don't generally like glossy ones, but that's not too overpowering. It's quite nice. It goes in harmony with the glossiness of the paint now, actually. So there you go. Now we tried this on the engine. Really good. So it is a versatile product. You can use it on the inside trim as well. But yeah, I'll go and do the rest of the tyres. Folks, that's us finished. Run out of time. I think we did quite well, bearing in mind we had a lot to get through. So we've got through all these. The only ones I haven't sort of looked at are the spray and rinse sealant, the acidic wheel cleaner, the quick detailer, and the nano wax. Enough for a part 2. All right, so I will be coming back to these, but really impressed. The car, unfortunately it's raining outside, so I can't take it outside, but we're going to have a quick spin around. I did a few extra bits as well. The car looks brand new. We had a few surprises when we went inside with stained seats, but I'll show you them in a second. But really good brand. All right, it's up there. All right, that's all I'm going to say. Now, one of our moderators sort of suggested that this could appeal. I mean, this appeals to anyone. I know pro details that are using this, keen, really knowledgeable enthusiasts and beginners as well. But if you're just starting off into detailing and you're looking for a brand that's not going to cost you too much, but it's going to give you performance, you can do a lot worse than go to this brand. And it's an impressive brand. All right, there's no weak ones there at all. And I look forward to doing part 2. Okay, so I'm just going to take you on a bit of a guided tour. We'll have a proper spin round in a second. Just to let you see, we used the wet wax. That's what came out of 2 seats. There was heavy stainage in the seats, so we took the wet wax on that. So it's looking really nice. Inside, obviously, we used the APC for the door jambs. We also used the APC when we did the inside of there. That was really bad. All right, so we used the APC, to do all that. Trim and tyre, to bring this up, which is really, really nice. Okay, now these two seats were heavily stained, so we used the drill brush and the wet wax to get rid of all the stains. They've come up nice. We also used the drill brush and the wet wax to do this seat. Everything's been detailed inside. One of our cheeky air fresheners there as well, so that's all come up really, really good. It's just looking like a new car. It's a real shame that I can't take it outside to give you a shot, but that wax is just, you can't really make white pop per se, but I'm hoping you can go back and have a look at the video when we've done the wax. All right, that's the sort of finish we've got, so it's come up really, really well. There you go, getting the lights off the ceiling. So yeah, we spent a lot of time on this. We clayed it, we machine polished it. We've done the inside, we've done the outside, we've done the door jambs, we've done all around the windows. We've done the alloys, we've done the tire and trim around the alloy wheels. We've cleaned the engine bay. Really, really happy, and I hope the owner is happy as well. Really, really, really nice finish. Okay, so I'll just go walk back, reposition ourselves. So, brand review finished. Thank you very much to Rachel for hosting us when we came and visit. We look forward to seeing you hopefully at Waxstock 2023. We can have another chat and catch up. Go and have a look at this brand. They've got lots more other stuff as well. Rachel, the owner, is on the Car Boutique's Facebook page, so pose a question, make contact, reach out to her. Her aftercare service is brilliant, and she will communicate with you. She's a professional detailer as well, and she uses this stuff herself, which is always a good sign, like I keep saying. A detailer that uses their own brand, okay, it goes without saying, you know, that they're confident in their products. So from the Car Boutique, lots more to do. Part 2 will be coming sometime in the future. You know, we've got loads and loads of reviews to do, so we'll do it fair. We'll do it in the order we got them. What more can I say? Another very, very impressive brand. So thank you very much.